Hey everyone, it's Nick and Aaron from Engadget. We've just been seeing Microsoft's Xbox showing here at Gamescom. A lot of games to talk about. Aaron, what impressed you the most?
So I don't know about impressed, but Sea of Thieves surprised me a lot. I'd only seen it at E3 and there was a lot of just boats shooting each other. After seeing more of it today, it seems really interesting. So there's going to be 5 of you, whether you're friends or matchmate, and you'll be steering a ship. So one person will have the wheel, the other people will have sails, cannons. You're all talking to each other to communicate, and only if you're nearby someone will they be able to hear you. So you might have to shout if you're down at the bottom of the deck. It's really about exploration, about doing quests, about discovering this world. And rather than these crazy battles that you might have seen on YouTube, it's more about exploring the world and being careful because there might be a ship around the horizon. There was one bit where they were talking about if you go on an island to collect a treasure chest, you need to leave someone behind because if another ship comes along, they can straight up jack your ship and you're just stranded on a desert island then. Like quite literally.
So do we have an idea of when this is coming out, either for the alpha, the beta, or when it will finally hit in-store shelves?
So they're not quite ready to reveal that yet, but they talked a lot about getting the core things right and then doing beta. So they will make sure the basic game works the way they want it to, and then they'll do a closed beta first with people that really want to give feedback, and then they'll probably expand that to an open beta. And that's not like the server testing open beta, that's really like, we want to make sure this game works because we want it to last for a long time. They plan to build and build and build on this core game and just keep people playing for years.
Yeah.
It's really ambitious.
I'd say for me, like, it's easily the project that Rare's done in the last few years that I'm most excited by.
Absolutely, me too. So what about you? What excites you?
I feel like I'm repeating myself from last year, but Scalebound is easily the game that I'm most excited for on Xbox One. It's being developed by Platinum Games, who you might know for their work doing Bayonetta and Vanquish. It's another really sort of combo-heavy, action-oriented game, but it's also got some RPG mechanics in it this time. You have an enormous dragon who you share a life force with, and together you're going to be exploring this new world, battling lots of enormous creatures in order to try and find your way back home. This year they were showing off some of the dragon customization. So basically you're going to be able to really fine-tune your companion, is called Tuban, into your particular playstyle. There's 3 different classes, and as you level up, you can sort of move in between the 3 of them. So you have a dragon that's slightly more tank-based, one that's slightly more flying and agile-based, or one that's a bit more of an all-rounder. You also get armor types too. So that's bought by killing human enemies. You then get a sort of in-game currency. That armor does break, but you can choose all sorts of different styles. Samurai armor, sort of traditional knight armor, to really make this dragon look and play exactly how you like. And to me that sounds really cool because not only do I like dragons, but I also love character customization. So those 2 things combined is right up my street.
I'm really excited too. Do you have any idea when we can play this?
So it was due to come out in 2016, but in January it got delayed to 2017. That's obviously still a very open window. Who knows exactly when it will come out or if it might get delayed again, but I'm really hoping it'll be out before holiday next year. So, we talked about games we were impressed by. What about games we were slightly less impressed by? Which I think might be Recore.
So Recore, where to begin?
Even for the next game.
Yeah.
Will this be the one to redeem his career?
After like the catastrophe that was making number 9, Inafune is now making Recore. Had a lot of promise. When I first saw it at E3, last year, I think? A lot of promise. We're still excited by Gamescom last year. Now we're about 6 weeks away from it coming out. I was in a briefing and they wouldn't let anyone play it.
Which isn't a good sign.
Not a good sign. They're not going to charge full price for it. And it sounds like there should be interesting stuff. You have robots you can customize. It's an adventure game where you're fighting beasts, going through dungeons, collecting stuff, leveling stuff up, like customizing companions. It's got all the elements of like a game that I would enjoy, but I was sat there for half an hour and I went out and said, I don't know why I should like this game. And that's a real problem. If they can't get someone that was interested in this game interested, how are they getting just ordinary people on the street?
It's a budget game too, right? They're not charging full price for this.
Right, and that's probably a very good thing.
Right, so bit too early to sort of write off entirely, but it's not looking promising.
Right. If you have like expectations up here, just keep on going, because it's better to be pleasantly surprised.
And it sounds like Dead Rising 4 was kind of in a similar boat for you.
I will be the first to admit that I am probably not the target market for Dead Rising 4. Fop heads, artsy kind of guy. But yeah, it just looks like more of the same. And Dead Rising 3 didn't grab me. It was a launch title. That was the best I could say about it. And Dead Rising 4, more stupid weapons, super funny. More stupid vehicles, like all the combos you can do, like you can do crazy stuff on it, and like they're super passionate about the fact you can do crazy stuff on it. I just don't care. But like that's not to say that other people won't enjoy it. It's just if Dead Rising 3 didn't grab you, then Dead Rising 4 is just more of the same.
Yeah, so it's like they don't have much particularly new to bring to the table. Just giving a new locale, a new character, and some new items isn't quite enough for me. I think it needs a new concept, something really new in terms of either gameplay or narrative-wise.
I completely agree. One thing I didn't mention, they do have new types of zombies. There are running zombies. There are like, oh, they said 28 days later, to be fair, which is a better reference for me. Oh, and there are also like weird like exos that are kind of like half human, half zombies, and like look really difficult to beat, and will like do stuff like wake up other zombies around them. So like, yeah, they're introducing new ideas, but it's quite a tired franchise, and after other zombie games that have come out recently that will not be named, I just don't think that there's a massive market for this game. I don't know why this is the Capcom exclusive Microsoft chose.
What the hell?
Right, I'm going to bring this conversation back to a little bit of a happier tone.
You do that.
Talking about Gears of War 4, right? So I have also waned a little bit on the Gears franchise. I played 2, all right to completion. Played some of 3, most of 3, but didn't play Judgment, which was quite divisive. This game, it sounds like they're trying to do a little bit more story-wise and with some of the characters. It has a bit more of a sort of creepy horror aesthetic to it. There's a new threat called the Swarm. It's sort of burrowing up from underground. It's very much set at nighttime. You see these kind of wind storms and solar flares coming across the sky. It just has a little bit of a slightly different tone to it. And even though a lot of it is black because it is set at nighttime, I just think it seems a tad more interesting than some of the games prior. You see Marcus Phoenix as an old man. He's coming back as the game is set 25 years after Gears of War 3. He seems much more stubborn now, someone that's, you're starting to see the sort of wear and tear of war really affecting him. He's not making such great decisions anymore. Some of those sort of character moments just felt a little bit more nuanced than the sort of I'm Marcus Phoenix, I'm a meathead, trying to save the world that we had in previous games. So who knows? It still has the gameplay in there, which franchise fans will love. All the weaponry and the cover, it all looks and clicks great. But if you want something else, I think they're just trying to do just a little bit more of the story in order to make it appeal to fans like myself that have started to wane on the franchise and new people that have never given it a chance.
I have also waned, and the way you talk about it makes me want to pick it up, so seems like they're doing good things.
Yeah, I don't think the story's going to win the Oscars or anything, but it is slightly deeper and slightly more interesting than we've had in the past. So who knows, might be worth giving it a shot.
Cool.
So I think that's it from Gamescom and Microsoft showing here at the show floor. Stay on Engadget.com for more reports and more videos as we tell you what's happening here at the convention.